Hello, everybody. I'm your host, Eric Bird, here at StopStrugglingNow.com. And today we're talking about that article in the Dominican Republic today. I'm paraphrasing, where hotels are figuring out, or are they just saying, it's unfair for all these apartment condos that are being built to be a problem for them. They're bitching, ladies and gentlemen. They're crying, they're whining because they are having all-inclusive prices, and they realize all these condos would allow people to stay in 1 bedrooms, 2 bedrooms, 3 bedrooms, villas without having to pay ridiculous prices. Now, stay tuned and welcome. Stop Struggling Now gear. Check. And please like, subscribe, and click the bell below so you get the latest updates. Now, let's get to it. All right, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, I want to thank you so much for being here, and please share the videos because you never know who else needs to find out about this information because it's under the radar. You knew it was going to happen sooner or later. There's thousands of condos that are going to be coming online in the next 2 to 3 years. This could affect the all-inclusive industry, the hotel industry, on the island of Dominican Republic. Yeah, damn right it will. But I find it very humorous. Why do I find this humorous? Because you guys have to understand the setup. Here's what the setup is. Remember, in the SSN Nation, we say do not buy condos or anything for over $250,000. There was always a reason why. I'll give you an example. Michael Collado, Minister of Tourism, has already said that they are going to tax Airbnbs, but they have not implemented them yet. Why haven't they implemented them yet? Because there's going to be more people buying these condos, villas in Airbnb locations that are going to be okay by their HOA to do short-term rentals and even long-term rentals. So once you realize this, they need you to buy as many condos, villas, townhomes that are in rentable HOA locations or just residential locations before they drop the hammer on you. So again, if you buy something for $300,000, $250,000 and up, and all of a sudden the Ministry of Tourism and the President and Congress and the DR says, hey guys, Airbnb, I'm sorry, 18% taxes. We have to protect the hotels. The 5 families have to be protected. Now you are going to have to charge an extra 20%, and then Airbnb, VRBOs, or whoever else, Casa 24, they add their fee on. Next thing you know, that extra 20% is not just 20%. It's going to be like an extra 50 to 100%. And now your price is high. That is just for starters. So when you hear that Grupo Punta Cana or Grupo Punta Cana starts talking about, hey, we need protection from these condos, these apartments, and this Airbnb potentially that's going to come into the marketplace in the next 2 to 3 years, you should be alarmed. And again, for all of you who purchased at the 100,000, the 130, the 150, the under 100,000, you're going to be fine because 18% on $100 is only $118 a night. $118 a night is going to be normal when there's high tourism numbers. What's not going to be normal is when you need to rent for $300 a night, and that automatically puts your price around $360, and you can stay in all-inclusives for $360 a night, not for 4 or 5 people, but for either 2 to 4 people, $360, $400, $450. I'm going to tell you right now, if somebody tells me, hey Eric, it's going to cost you $360 a night to stay in a 2-bedroom so 4 people can sleep in the same location, and I can call up a place such as an all-inclusive and they go, well, Eric, for 4 people, we can do $550, and they have lazy rivers, water parks, amenities, and at the beach, and all I can drink, all I can eat, do you really think I'm gonna not have 4 people who clearly we have to spend almost $200 per sitting if we go to any restaurant in the DR now, for all 4 of us to eat plus get a couple drinks? So it would make no sense when I can just eat, drink, and be merry all day and have amenities, go see shows at no additional cost just for an extra $100, $120, $150 per night. That doesn't make any sense, does it? So now I'm just giving you a warning now. This is why I've always said, make sure you buy under $250,000, and make sure, and all you can do is look through Airbnb right now or any other short-term platform, and all you can do is just sit there and go, okay, let me see what happens if this price is an extra 20%. If I have to charge an extra 20%, and the number is, can I get 0.1% every night on my rental? Then you should be going to Airbnb, AIRBTICS. Go look and see what the occupancy rate is. If you're in Bavaro right now, Los Corrales, El Cordecito, you're going to be at 70% occupancy rate if you have a studio or 1 bedroom. But it drops outside of that location. It drops to 50% and 40%. Can you make that money? 40%, can you make that money if you have 40% occupancy year over year, including your HOA? And heaven forbid if you have a loan of your remaining 20, 30, 40, or 50%. Really, you're gonna earn like 2 or 3%? Why are you gonna do all this for 2, 3, 4, 5%? That doesn't make much sense. And you have to hope that tourism keeps climbing every year, and we're gonna have to be at 14 million tourists by 2027 in order for occupancy rates to rise significantly for apartments, condos, villas, and townhomes. Let me know what you guys are thinking down below in the description box, because as you know, we tell it like it is here. This is why we have set standards on how you do short-term rentals, what you should be thinking about. Somebody telling you spend $300, $400 for condos, I think that's a little bit too much, especially if you are doing short-term rentals. If you're gonna live there, then there's nothing wrong with that, because that's a whole different ballgame. But be careful on several fronts where a lot of these condos, projects are turning into condo hotels. Be leery of that. Ask the questions. Make sure that's not a thing. Make sure you can do Airbnbs. You need to check everything, and that's why you should join our group, our WhatsApp group down below, because if you ever have questions, at least you can ask them there, and you go see our attorneys, go see our lawyers, or join us on one of our Punta Cana Investors Forums. We're gonna have one in December. ssnlifestyle.com is the website you go to. Go check it out. And with all that said, thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. And please like, subscribe, and click the bell below so you get the latest updates. And I know it's hard out here. And that's why it gets harder as you invest your hard-earned money in real estate. What do you think's gonna happen? Especially in a low income location such as DR, and there's only a certain amount of people that can buy these condos once the prices start rising. So you have to be leery, you have to be on top of it. Ask questions, find out who the developers are, get pictures of the developers, find out if their contract says they can increase the price, which is the worst thing ever. You thought you bought something for $125,000, then you find out, oh my, it doesn't include appliances. We have to buy appliances. Then you find out, oh my, they can increase the cost of this condo or villa or townhome up to any number, 5%, 6% every year, depending on the inflation rate for the ICDV, which is the developers. inflation rate. But not the inflation rate for the Dominican Republic. It's for the material cost inflation rate. You could be paying more every year, annually. These are some of the things you got to think about when you're looking at your contract. And with all that said, keep your head up, keep moving, and I'm out.